and welcome to our Ultimate Coaster 2 tutorial about how to create those amazing looking spikes. First, we will need to set our track type. I'll use the same as, for example, the Interman multi-launch coaster like J.OTT or a Velocicoaster, and we'll first need to build a curve. So we just make a 90-degree turn and we make it look not obvious by making it a launch piece, but turning down the launch visual to none and making it a single spine, so it just looks like a normal track and not like a launch. Then we'll make one that is just straight with a little hold time and the typical acceleration and speed, but straight. Maybe we can turn the speed a little down, but yeah, that's up to you. Then we need to create a little, very tiny piece. It should be as little as possible, and just duplicate that piece, but don't put a hold time there, it's unnecessary. Then we build another straight piece, and we can adjust our height to create the spike. So we will now make it about the 90 degree. Then we will set the pitch to 89.9 because at 90 degrees all things glitch a little, and we will need to adjust the weights a little. Then we make a piece that's just straight to the top, and we will create another piece that goes down, but with the negative pitch of 89.9 and the end weight of 0.0 and the starting weight of 0.5. Yeah, maybe I haven't put it in exactly, but just make it 0.0. Then we will check how high the other piece starts and put our piece directly to that piece, to that height. And now we can place another piece to look if we have done it completely right with the directions. So you will probably have to move it a little bit on the base. Make sure you made everything with the horizontal line on, because else it all can look a little glitchy and stuff. And you don't want that to happen, so just make everything with the horizontal line to make it straight. And after we have built that piece more or less good, we can build the next piece and just look for this piece and put our base point to there. Then we again need to make it horizontal linear and put in the right height. And if we have it more or less, then we can adjust the pitch and the end and starting weight. We need to copy them from the other piece but invert it, so the starting weight becomes the end weight and the other weight around, because else they would be, because we built the one piece up and the other piece down, and if we copied these parameters, our should look fine and just like one piece and not two. Then we can build a normal piece there. Here we actually need to make a break because we need to slow the train down when it runs down there, and just keep the typical default settings for the brake. Then we need again a normal piece and a launch piece, and this time we need the visual setting to be normally we will make a swing plus launch and a hold time of 0.03, so 3 seconds, and we will need the visual to be a normal magnetic fin and the speed to go up to about 100 kilometers per hour, but that's up to you. And then I'll just need build a little airtime bump, and we are done with it. And we can technically test it from there, but I guess I've made something wrong there. Yeah, we will need to set this all linear first, and then we could test it. As you can see, the train absolutely fills up with the both hold times, so they have the exact same position. And yeah, the train gets over it, so the swing plus launch boosts the train forward and let it roll backward on the spike and then forward again over the top. But for that we will need to the acceleration to be low enough, because if the acceleration is too high it will automatically boost up your train to the wanted speed, but you want it to accelerate slower so it can actually do the swing like that. And if that works, everything is fine and we can move on to the other spikes. But yeah, I just need set the horizontal line and build a piece straight down, make a break, so we can easily build the beyond vertical spike. And for that I'll just set this piece so it will be nicer, so we have a clearer, smoother transition between the spikes. Again, nothing special, the first two elements are nothing but the same. Then we will again make a piece that points up, but we won't make it 90 degrees, we'll make it a little lower and not change the angle a little. And then we'll build a beyond vertical piece. For that you will need to use the relative banking, I think. You can just experiment with it, and then we can make another straight piece, because we need straight pieces to turn our train. Here we can just, that's a little difficult, but we can set the ending weight of this one piece to about 0.0. If you make it 0.0 and the aspect to 0.5, it will look better than this now, because this is 0.6. But yeah, just make sure you do it 0.5 to get it clean. And then we need to put the pitch the same as the piece before, so we won't change the pitch at all if we make it correct. I just played there a little, but if we make this right, then we can create a simple turning piece and just need to position it right so it fits with the track. Again, we use horizontal lining to make all things look smooth. And after a while you should get it. It just takes some time. Take your time for it. It all will be end up great. And yeah, as I said before, set the pitch right. It's exactly the pitch of the piece before. Then we adjust it a little bit and we can come up with the next piece. If you build a piece before you actually got the right spot, it will automatically show you where the track ends. It makes the things a little bit easier in my opinion, so yeah, don't fear to build a piece that you will scrub off and build again. It just makes things easier sometimes to show, but you can also make it like this. And if we now enable the vertical and horizontal lining, we can make it cover up the complete piece so it looks cleaner. And after this we will duplicate the piece, the straight piece we've got before, but again in the other direction. It takes sometimes to get the positioning right, but take your time again. And yeah, then we need to see if we've done this piece right. I think that's the case, so position it exactly. Again, need some time. Take your time, and after it's positioned correctly, you can build one piece. Can duplicate it with the pitch of the piece before and the end and starting weight inverted again. So again, the starting and the end piece are the other way around. The end weight is the starting weight and the starting weight is the end weight. And if you've done that, you can build the next piece, this time with a zero pitch, and gain the positioning. And make sure you build it right with the height. And then after this straight piece we can build our lounge again. This time I'll use a swing minus lounge to show you how it works too. And I'll build a little hill just for illustration purposes. Make sure you set the brakes again. I have adjusted the other brakes so it will slow down the train correctly. And if we watch it now, it boosts us forward, backward, and again forward. And this one slows down. And again we come up here. I'll just blunt over the pieces and again backward this time and then forward because it's a swing minus launch. It launches you backwards first and not forward. And yeah, that's it. Have fun with it, building, and goodbye.